I'm Elaine Jagelski. Aphantasia, do you have it? And if you do, how does it affect your ability to meditate? Aphantasia essentially is the inability to visualize. So when it comes to meditation, for example, a lot of people are able to see things. And there are people who don't see things. And there are various tests to check to see if you do have aphantasia. And essentially, if you close your eyes and someone says, imagine a horse or a red apple or something along those lines, can you see the red apple or the horse as if it was there, kind of behind your eyelids? Or is it not present? And often in meditation, particularly guided meditations, there is often a reliance upon, so see yourself, envision yourself, imagine. And for individuals with aphantasia, it doesn't quite work that way. And so there are little tweaks a person may have to do in order to approach things like meditation, goal setting, when one is visualizing, again, any visualization techniques where you're seeing yourself in some position in the future and trying to manifest that or create that outcome may be a bit challenging when you're approaching it from that regard. And people with aphantasia might not even realize that that's what they have. They might just think that they're not doing meditation correctly. So for example, if there's a group meditation and perhaps it's been guided to some extent or not, and then if people are debriefing, if they're sharing their experiences after, and someone may be sharing about how they saw this wonderful, beautiful, glossy unicorn, and it was providing gifts out of its horn, and or an angelic type presence or some sort of being, and all of these sorts of things. And then there may be another individual who saw nothing and was wondering if they did it right or not because they didn't see anything. And so in that case, a person would rely more so on the other senses. And it's an opportunity to hone and refine those other senses when it comes to intuitive guidance or creating outcomes of some sort. And so in meditation, it would be focusing on what do you feel? What do you sense? Whether that's sort of an emotional feeling, whether it's actual temperatures, maybe there's a warm sensation, a cool sensation, maybe feeling it in various parts of the body, a slight pressure or a tingle, or again, a coolness, a heat, a bit of a vibration. Whatever it might be, it might even be a taste. It might be more hearing things or words coming across the mind. And so learning to rely more so on the other senses if you do have aphantasia. So it can be worked with just as effectively as individuals who are able to visualize. However, it's important to keep in mind, especially if you are working with people and you are tending to use a lot of visualization, envision, imagine kind of wording in order to have people sort of create and again, imagine. So instead, then ensure that you're combining that with more sensory kinds of descriptors as far as feel, right? Or in your mind's eye, create, those kinds of things. So some things just to think about, and that if you do have aphantasia, you're not doing anything wrong if you're not seeing things when you are trying to visualize or you are meditating. For you, that's very normal and there's nothing wrong at all.